Hey, Run Tri Bike community. Welcome to Food Fight Friday at the Aid Station, where Adam Lee of Community Trail Running and I, Jason Bahamundi, discuss three foods we are not likely to see at an aid station, or maybe we are, and we have to decide which we are going to eat, toss, or carry. So thank you for joining us today. If you came here for nutrition tips, you've come to the wrong place, but stick around because you are absolutely going to laugh at some point during this conversation. Before I present Adam with his food choices in which he has to make the decision, I want to remind you that if you like this show, and I'm not sure why you wouldn't, be kind and subscribe, rate, and review on the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network, wherever you get your podcasts. Hey, what's up, Adam? How you doing, brother?
Happy Friday, Jason. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, but one of the things I keep thinking that we need to do is just hit the record button and have people listen in on the behind the scenes scenario as we're talking before we even go live.
That'd be for the expert paid customers years from now when we're so big that we have all those paid people just jonesing to sign up and give us their money.
You just gave me an idea. Maybe that's our Patreon thing. Maybe we just solicit people. You get $5. You get to sit in the back room of our podcast before we go live.
I think we'll owe everyone money if we try that.
Everybody toss your Venmo numbers and names on the screen while we're doing this.
That's right. Roll it in.
All that production value from the last time we talked, I could add in a cash register sound. Ching, ching. So, dude, I have an actual real life aid station scenario to present to you. On December 31st, I participated in the Aravaipa Across the Years Last Person Standing, and I was tucked into the corner of a tent, and sitting next to me were other participants, Tyler and Levi. And we all had different things going on, eating different foods. And I thought it would be awesome to present to you three actual decisions that were made to see what you would do. Does that sound cool?
I love it. I'm so into it.
All right, so here we go. So for those of you who don't know, a last person standing typically is a 4.17 mile run that you have to complete in an hour. At the Aravaipa version, it was a 1.4 mile loop that you had 20 minutes to complete, right? Is that right? Yeah, 20 minutes to complete 1.4. No, 1.7 miles. Mathing is hard right now.
No, 1.4. Math is like for the rich people, Jason. Let them worry about numbers.
Yes, 1.4 in 20 minutes. That makes sense because then it would be 60 for 4.2. So that makes sense. We're having some technical difficulties, I see, in getting Adam's information up on the screen there. Let me see if I can work that out while we're sitting here, folks. Anyway, so here you go, Adam. So here are the three choices that I'm going to present to you, and you can make the decision on whether or not you're going to eat the one, toss the one, or carry the one. This is not a math problem. It's not carrying the one literally.
solve for X.
So the food that Tyler was eating was tempeh with sweet potatoes and broccoli. He had it all in a bowl and he was just shoveling it with a spoon.
Okay.
Levi had 2 Big Macs and 2 orders of fries.
Levi.
And I was consuming the vegan version of a tuna fish sandwich. So it was made out of chickpeas that was smashed with some red onion, chopped celery, and chopped carrot on a super thin sandwich type thing. So those are your options to pick from.
Okay, so obviously I was just completely distracted by Levi. What was the first gentleman's name again?
Tyler.
So Tyler and the tempeh. I'm sorry, but I'm pitching that.
Wait a minute, hold on. Should I give you who lasted longer, or will you maybe you make the food choice and then we'll tell you who went the furthest?
Doesn't matter. I'll live with my choices and however many laps I get in. All right. I am gonna I don't know if I've had like the vegan version of a tuna fish sandwich. When you said that immediately, I was kind of like, "Oh, that's sort of scary sounding." But then you said crushed up chickpeas, and I'm like, "Well, I'm in." I got it after that. Yeah, sounds great. So I'm going to crush that right away, and then I'm going to carry those 2 Big Macs and those 2 fries with me, and that's going to be an amazing 20-minute loop. And let me tell you a little story about 2 Big Macs and 2 big fries. Okay, Jason. So I worked at McDonald's. It was my first real job, like after being a paperboy or whatever. Got a job there when I was 14. They give you 50% off as an employee, right? So I'm 14-year-old. I'm into mountain biking and all that at the time. You're not allowed to share the discount with anyone. It's only for you. It takes a couple months, like past your probation till you get it. So I'm like just past probation, go for a big day of mountain biking. And when I worked there in Canada, we had 59-cent hamburger days and 69-cent cheeseburger days.
Oh,
Right? So 35 cents a pop for a cheeseburger. So I ordered 10. And my manager's like, there's no way, like you're not allowed. We told you like you can't share this with people, and like you're just getting in and you're using like your discount already to like abuse it or whatever. And I was like, come sit with me.
I'll show you.
Yeah. And she kind of looked at me and I was like that I'm here alone. And I went and sat in the corner. I crushed 10 of them. Like, no fucking problem. I'm like, see you later, Tanya. So fast forward a few years, first year of college, they have Big Mac Wednesdays, right? $1.69 for a Big Mac.
Inflation got you right there.
Oh man. Okay. So and like the Big Mac meal was like $6. So we would go every Wednesday with my classmates in school. I was taking TV and new media at the time. Doesn't matter. We'd roll in there. And the one day, because it's college too, so you can be hungover on a Wednesday. It makes sense. So we're all hungover, and I order 4 Big Macs plus a Big Mac meal, supersized.
No.
And so I have 5 Big Macs on my plate, a supersized fries. Like this first guy that walks by is just like disgusted. He can't believe, he's just looking at me like he can't believe what I even have on my plate. And my buddy that's with me at the time, Ryan Valentini, his name, we all called him Val. I haven't spoke to him in quite some time, but we were all hanging out there. And the thing that when he would tell the story after, the part that killed him is like, I couldn't fucking believe you ate the fries first. I was like, well, you don't want the fries to get cold, right? Like that.
Right. You don't
The
want
Big Macs.
soggy fries.
No, exactly. So, and I crushed all 5 of those Big Macs, no problem.
Has Tanya never seen a teenage boy eat? Like, you're
Uh,
like dump truck at that age.
Hey, fuck you, Tanya. Like, you know how
But if
long I
you're
was on my bike
watching
for?
and you have money to spend on sponsorships, Tanya, we'll take it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And you too, Val. If you're around there and you got a company, we will take your money too, and we'll eat the French fries during the show.
Yeah, first every time. That's no problem at all. So yeah, I'm carrying the McDonald's. Levi, you won my heart.
I was going to ask you if you thought it would be possible to eat the 2 fries and the 2 McDonald's cheeseburgers, in the 20 minutes, but clearly the answer is yes.
Yeah, that's a lot in 20 minutes if we're being honest, like especially while moving. But I mean, let's go. What else are we doing here?
So next year, if we go to ATY, I might have to practice this because when we were there in 2023 leading into 2024, the picture that's floating around the internet has me eating an Impossible Whopper that Brian Pacente brought me. But I was eating it after each loop, right? I'd have like 1 or 2 bites after each loop. But maybe I change it up and actually eat it while I'm on the loop itself. That would be something.
Yeah, why not? Mix it up. Be a leader out there.
Here are the results. Tyler lasted the longest. He went like 57, 58 miles. The tempeh obviously kicked in and kicked ass.
Yeah.
Levi came in second.
Levi.
And he wasn't far behind it, but I will tell you this. Those Big Macs kicked his ass. He was like, man, I got to run to the bathroom again.
You always pay the piper.
Yeah, you do, one way or the other. And I came up in third. So the vegan chickpea tuna sandwich didn't last long. I was there for 42 miles. But I don't know, dude. Like if we swap out the Big Mac for an Impossible Whopper,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do the way you did it. Like I would crush the vegan tuna sandwich right then and there, get some protein and some carbs in me, and then carry the sandwich, the Impossible Whopper with me, eat it while I'm on the loop, and then chunk the tempeh. Levi, I love tempeh. Don't get me wrong, brother, but not in an event like that.
And like, so I am totally the one that I'll pull out sausage and egg McMuffins on training runs with people and stuff like that. That's what I've brought for my nutrition for the day. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
people are jealous when you break that shit out fucking 10 miles into the bush, man. Like,
But let me tell you something. Tyler had it all planned out. Like he pulled out this massive Ziploc bag full of this stuff. And I was like, holy shit, what is that? And he's like, tempeh with sweet potato. And I think it was broccoli. And he filled up a bowl. And I thought that was going to be it, right? Like one time only. And he'd be done with it. He's shoveling it in between loops. And he finishes that whole bag. And then he busts out another one. And I'm like, how much tempeh could you possibly be eating? Like at some point, that's got to bind you up.
just got to make it to the finish, baby.
Well, look, I think he finished like 5th place overall or something like that. So he did good,
That's awesome.
Strong vouchers for the sweet potato tempeh broccoli bowl out there. Chipotle, if you're listening, sponsor us and start serving that stuff. All right, dude. Well, thank you for joining me. We'll be back on January 31st for Food Fight Friday at the aid station. It'll be Adam's turn to present to me 3 foods that I have to make a decision on whether or not I'm going to eat, toss, or carry. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Check out the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network on your favorite podcast platform. Adam, have a good one, brother. I'll see you.
Thank you, Jason.